we will go into a year parliament. Parliament resume a year enra day and assembly course so and see a course na ye the update no edi abremo. Yes, LGBTQ plus a year bill a de a buy senka president or more enshare na pass law and as a mrebi a betchere and as a be binding a year LGBT in the practice Ghana has at a point who said the former government parliament etimi ya at a point senka ebe gazette na etimi ababe mra ena eye NPP aban no efri mu efri eye aban mu a omo ekoye na we ena Reverend John Tim Fojo ade ne nsem ababe tudwa. And in the first part he was very happy say at long last see the bill no eba back na ya baba be hwe na yetimi apase na ababa be ye emra ewo eye Ghana hana we in a lot of twist and tense abem and parliament quarters, and it was very shocking to hear the minority say as you see a bill now a buy I said the majority no more pretend this as munim say we were able to talk about and I say yenye a year bill no ho adwuma enko sim pempen so obi kra na nka ye wia and I say the president will just append his signature on it. Yes, we and a Reverend John Tim Fojo at the Ababe Tuja in a press conference, Ocha said he's very disappointed in a year the NDC about a year the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025. At the by other paper. Let him say Yebabe kind. And that is what we have on our screens. Also in the first session of the 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana, we other people. And also for the first sitting of the 3rd meeting of the Parliament, Tuesday, 21st October, year 2025. In the press, conference right after the sitting. They were shocked because at a point, how they were rallying even behind the NPP because Bill Way, first of all, came from a NPP. And on the buy, Emma Sami Menkana say, Omunina Jinemu, Gidi Sam George, Mujinemu said, no, we have to go ahead and pass this bill. But a buy from about 10 months into a year governance, at a point in poor, this other paper, okay, this is where we go to, and this is the next step to be taken. No, some name bebre every move. A very shocking news to the minority.
And Reverend Tim Fojo Swaba Bekasa about this particular issue because the NPP had a press conference. I'm explaining what is really going on and what is really happening. We were trying to load the video in the beginning, but now we are learning say in some seconds on this particular video will be available. This particular video, the minority is explaining why NDC now, Billa, Oma pioneer, a champion for a very long time. Now they are running away from their own bill. And this also has in cause to change the trajectory of what happens in 2028 because NPP all this while, NDC all this while, where the people are no more champion. He said, I remember even Sam George making some assertions, say, if this particular bill doesn't pass, Mahama will suffer. I don't know if you remember those words. It is something at the end of the day, we need to look at it. But then we have the video now. In TM question, what really happened, what the minority is saying. Babaka, Betuaso.
3% of our population, as per Afro Barometer survey conducted, indicating that 93% of our population consider matters of LGBT and age-related practices highly repugnant to our tradition, to our values as a society. So today, after we had duly submitted the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025, a bipartisan bill, to Parliament, having gone through all the procedures, the Speaker of Parliament having admitted the same bill, the Clerk to Parliament having admitted and approved, having referred the bill to the Legislative Crafting Department, after the proposed bill had been reviewed, it was sent to Attorney General's Department for their review. They brought their comments. The comments were incorporated. It was further referred by the same Speaker and the Clerk to the Committee on Private Members' Bill, chaired by the first Deputy Speaker, who is in chair today, who gave this unfortunate ruling. We appeared as members before the Private Members Bill Committee, chaired by the first Deputy Speaker, who did not raise any reservation whatsoever, for which the eligibility of this Private Members Bill was not in doubt. Subsequent to that, recommendation was ferried by the Chairman of the Private Members Bill Committee, First Deputy Speaker, to the Speaker of Parliament. Right Honourable Speaker duly approved those recommendations, accepted and directed through the Clerk of Parliament that the Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 be gazetted. All these took place before we went on recess. Indeed, Parliament, through the appropriate channels, submitted the bill for gazetting.
All right, anti-minority leader Honorable Alexander Afenyo-Markins, and so the name Sembe because on also on TSA, this is a bill you were forcing it down the throat of the former president Nana Addo Akufo-Addo nti then and then the mobile you are pretending as if say Montes I bill you cry want some crowd. It's yanko honorable minority leader then some more the tuja concerning a bill it was a passing as the NDC, the majority in parliament, more pretending said the Omu here. Honorable Afenyo-Markins,
there was nothing administratively in error. I dare say for the records. You force LGBT on the throat of the Akufo-Addo government. Today, you don't want LGBT. You would want it. Mube Peppa. Mube Peppa. You use it to win election. Now, when your stakeholders, the international community is warning you, you want to run away. Run to where? You now see governance. You are in the kitchen, you see the heat. I was there. We will plead with you. Let's manage this situation. You say no. Remember that hot afternoon? Agboja, as a chief whip. You remember that hot afternoon? When you suffocated me with third reading. You are laughing. Mr. Speaker, this bill.
What is the meaning of what you said?
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker. Sometimes when I look at majority leader, it's not easy. It's not easy.
All right, so that was a minority leader, and also so Nesamo de Betuja with the fact that this is a bill. The NDC were rallying behind it, and one of Mujina also mubaya omo ebe passena omo de abeyemra na se President Mahama po when share and passes emreya mana meyemra wagana hasea na ombe so bebre power on the presidency. Yes, this is what we have for you on the parliament resuming some of the matters arising. Yes. This is what we have on our screens, reports of the National Population Council Secretariat on the 8th sessions of the Commission of Population and Development, CPD, held in April 2025 in New York. A presentation and first reading of bills. Property Rights of Spouses Bill 2025, Mrs. Patricia Piaji, MP for Asokwa, Mrs. Elizabeth Ufusue-Jare, Human Sexual Rights. So the presentation, so that is the first part, A, and then Property Rights of Spouses, Rights of Spouses Bill. And the second one, or more by Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bills 2025. And Joma Omudi was so, as at that time, most of them, we have NPP and then NDC. We have John Intim Fojo, Reverend, MP for Asen South, and I want Mr. Samuel Nate George, MP for Ningo Pram Pram, Mr. Emmanuel Kwesi Bezra, MP for Whole West, Mrs. Helen Ajwa Ntoso, MP for Karachi West, Mrs. Mr. Nuruddin Mohammed Mumuni, MP for Nalerigu and / Gambaga, Mr. Vincent Ekowase for MP for Old Tafo, Mr. Hassan Tampuli Sulemana, MP for Gushegu, Miss Rita Na Odole Sowa, MP for Dadi Kotopon, Dr. Tia Abdul Kabiru Mahama, MP for Wale Wale, Mr. Anthony Mia, MP for a year Odotobri. So Osha is a mixture of a year NPP and NDC a year MPs. And a omode bill ne buy. And the first one no, and ye who hono. And the second one, and a year anti-gay, a year bill, and I was a year personal. You were MPP and NDC MPs, or more a was they were a year or more and an almost share that particular year bill. Now, this is from a year Reverend John Intim Fojo MP in the post or the bio. So finally, Human Sexual Rights and Family Values Bill 2025 is here for presentation and first reading in Parliament. This is a bold, apolitical collective pursuit to preserve the sanctity of our cherished values against the devastation tendencies of LGBTQTTAP in society. Together we shall prevail. And that was the very first time a year bill no a year Parliament. And I mean all these MPs, including NDC MPs, now omo edi eshase enei ohwehwe omo bia unhu omo no matimi aba beginem na omo ahwa mayaka eho asem, because as it stands now, it looks as if say afei ene aba be hye ni nyina ase from scratch, because at a point ye di shemu se oye obi na oye sebe oye gay ene lesbianism e wo ha, you should give you a sentence or see and in January, when we asked President John Dramani Mahama, he said he's looking at that part, that portion. Say, he came out when he was asked. He told us he's looking at that portion or share how baby now they are having the pressure. They are facing the pressure from international bodies. And Jesus here, they are reluctant about the bill. So umbetimi share near passing. Amana be mra ewo Ghana has say. And this is the update from the Parliament bar. So this is October 21st, 2025. As at the time Reverend John Intim Fojo at the buy. And this is what we have. The other paper no tells you what is exactly in that particular bill. And they call Parliament no. Now who be as in the last Parliament now we exit Parliament no. And ne some for and yet the clerk on can speaker also he's pretending as if say bill way Emma Tonenim Edda. Now, yes, there's a lot of pressure from the international bodies. So, what is the pressure? I mean, people will ask, then and looked at say, in as much as said the bill was from MPs, they were reluctant to sign. Sesi enso asabedru the NDC for so sen komo betimi ahwe na bill no yetimi pass no omo so omo twetwe omo na ase ewo ho. A lot of questions are being asked. What is really going on? Where are the pressure no if we hear anga support and eba enti ama all of a sudden the NDC is pretending not to have ever cited this particular bill. Empo Edda. Enti this is what we have coming from the Parliament of Ghana. The last sitting, yesterday's sitting, how more Parliament House. Yes, moving on to next update. The NPP, we all know, says 31st January, they are at crossroads. They have to make a decision and then select someone to lead them into the 2028 elections. And no any what we have. Updates on that particular story. And as an update, said the NPP. Say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia and now say Honorable Kennedy, a compare Japan, Dr. Ya or say Duchum, and also a womb Brian Champon ono so ewo mu bi ena saa so na engineer ono so ewo mu bi. These 5 people ena ye kwa akogina na ya hwe se ye betimi ato aba ede ama omo na enkomo bebre ena ekoso backstage ye nyina ye nim afutuo a akọ ede ama these particular aspirants ye ma omo afutuo se kasa twitwi a omo ta ka ede twi omo ho whilst they are campaigning. Sometimes we be so much the phone be na way tuma way e can some the two way so can it and then the way sense ne boni a why during time anom wa by mu the mistakes are why any adin na no more dey but they should realize the fact say after everything you have to rally behind one person na muntimi enko ekun no anim enti afuto de dodo no akọ e de amom enti enko na yenko tie this party